Hello, you're very welcome back to the Irish Political Roundup with me, Roisin Chleirigh.
And me, Paul Brophy, and we're now joined, Roisin, by Fine Gael Senator from the lovely county of Donegal. Hopefully he'll be bringing home Sam Maguire in a few weeks' time. Manus Boyle. Manus, you're very welcome to the Irish Political Roundup.
Thanks very much, and it's great to be here, and it's great to watch us, and I'm delighted to be here. And Sam will be going home to Donegal in 2 weeks' time. That's for sure.
Well, there's no county like Donegal.
No, it's the most beautiful county in Ireland and one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I'm proud to be from Donegal, really am.
Yeah, apart from Derry. Senator, you were county councillor. You've been a senator now for what, 6 months.
About 6 by February. It's been really busy. It has, it's non-stop. I'm starting to enjoy it now. The first couple of months was really hard for me. I'll make no bones about it. It's something totally different that I wasn't used to. But now I'm getting my feet and I'm getting to know the way things goes here. So now I'm starting to fit in.
Sure, I would say there'd be something wrong if you didn't fit in here.
Well, in fairness, we're very lucky in our party because there was 4 or 5 senators that was here for a long time, and then gradually they guide you the way that things has to go and where you need to go to get things done. And being honest, that's it's just learning where to get the right people and who to talk to. And now hopefully we'll start to get things done, for Donegal.
Well, I tell you, you're the right man here in this the Senate for the fisheries and the fishermen. Talk to us and tell us about the fisheries. Well, where are we now with the fisheries?
Well, I think we are moving forward. Like from where I was saying earlier on, from we came 3 years ago where nobody wanted to talk to us, and that's been honest. Leo Varadkar was the first man that opened the door, and then thankfully Simon Harris has kept the door open and has kept pushing for it. So has the Fine Gael party, and it's been brilliant, So, like 3 years ago, we couldn't get a meeting. Now we have a fisheries committee that's sitting every week from September on. And then we have a designated junior minister for the marine, which we pushed for in the programme for government. Listen, I can see nothing in anybody's pockets yet. There's no financial benefit or there's no other benefit. But people is talking, they're engaging, and really fisheries wasn't talked about before.
No.
I mean, when I went into the Fine Gael parliamentary party meeting, I was told it was the first time it was talked about. And to say that Simon Harris has pushed it up the ladder now to be so, like, it's talked about every weekend there, it's just a massive change, but it all comes down to the political will. And I must say that I'm not being biased about it. If Simon Harris bought into it, and he has supported it 100% the whole way down the line, so.
And Minister Jennifer Carroll McNeil, she was instrumental as well.
Yeah, she came, I met her in Galway on that loan, and I just asked her would she come up to canvass. Just kind of cheekily, and she said she would. And then when she was coming up, I asked her if she would meet the fishing organisation. She went into the room and she set the whole plan. She said, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but we all need to be on the one wavelength here. And she gave us a plan forward. Now, she turned her plan down maybe 3 or 4 times. She threw it back at us, but she gave us a plan with the fishing organisations. But the fishing organisations is really crucial to us. They bought into it. The 6 organisations bought into it from the start. Once she said, listen, I think this is the way we could go. They all bought into it and they all give it 100%. And that unity is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for once we have the whole fishing industry is united and pulling in the one direction that we never had before. And that's down to the POs of all the fishing organisations. They can see that this is the way to go, and they're guiding their people to go that way. So unity is the whole secret here.
And the fisheries is one of the real big sort of campaigns that we ran on the Irish Political Roundup, Paul. We learned about I remember when I saw with Patrick Murphy from the Southwest Irish Fisheries Productions. And I remember I was mesmerised. I didn't care about anything else in that room that night. It was the fisheries.
Oh, yeah.
And that was in 2023. Right. So it's come a long way since then.
It's come a long way. Now, I would love it to be further. And I would love more quota and everything like that. But we hadn't got that. I struggled to get a meeting on here 3 years ago. I really did. It took me weeks to get it. Me and the group, my team. When we set up, I called the first meeting in Killybegs about the blue whiting. about the boats being turned away to Derry, and there was 300 people at that meeting. So that just showed you the outroar that was there, and people was really, really angry about good fish that was being turned away. So that set the whole catalyst for that, and my team bought into it, and in fairness, they pushed, and Leo Vradkar was the Taoiseach at the time, and I kind of knew him, so I asked him for a meeting, and I wasn't at the first meeting, to be honest. My team had to go because I had to be in Galway, but from that meeting on, things started to move. The wheels started to move. And then we were very disappointed when he left. But I must say, hand on heart, Simon Harris has taken over the leadership. He has just managed, we have to get this sorted. Anything that I can do or the party can do for it, we're going to try and help. And I mean, like, it's so encouraging that people wants to help now. From before, we couldn't get nobody to help, So
do you think with your former political colleague Phil Hogan, that he having a wee ear in the Taoiseach and Leader Fine Gael's ear?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. I don't be chatting to Phil Hogan, I just don't know. But any ear that we can bend, we'll definitely bend it. It's all for the good of the industry.
Yes, it is. Because not only that, it's not the industry, it's the fishermen, it's the local communities in the coastal communities, it's the coastal economy, and it's the coastal. It's also the skill of fishermen is being destroyed and going.
Like that's heartbreaking. Like, I mean, you go into Killybegs today to see the boats all tied up. Most of the fishermen now is away trying to get a part-time job in England or something offshore. I mean, that's taking them away from their families. It really is. It has a wild price to pay here. Like, we could always stand on our own in Ireland with a fishing Castletown, all the fishery harbour centres. You could be working maybe 6-7 months a year, but that was enough to keep the coastal communities going. But when you go on the coast, I was in Castletown for the commissioner there, and I've met with the fishermen down there, and I mean, they lost, I think it was 36 boats, since the south and west was opened, Patrick Murphy's down there. So, like, that's a big loss out of any local community. And, like, I see it in Killybegs, like, I mean, our town has been hit really hard, but we're going to fight back, and we are fighting back, and hopefully we'll get wee bits, baby steps, I say, and we'll start moving forward then. I know time's running out for a lot of people, no more than my own company, but we are engaged now, so we have to see how far we can go the way we're going now,
But Manus, ultimately, you have a junior minister, Minister of State for Fisheries now in Timmy Dooley. You have a Fisheries Committee in the Dáil, but ultimately it's going to be Europe is where everything is going to be decided as regards that's going to impact the quotas. Do you think now there's more of a plan and a unified approach when going to Europe?
Definitely, yes. Well, all I can talk about is our Fine Gael MEPs, and the four of them is definitely engaging with me day in, day out. What do we need to do? Who do we need to talk to? And I mean, they are the commissioner is in the EEP group, which is great, so they can have access to him that other political parties don't. So every wee bit that we can, and like we have, Fianna Fáil is rolling in behind this too. So is Sinn Féin. I'm not being political about it. It's all about sorting this out. And I mean, everybody, the MEPs I've met out there, and Luke Ming Flanagan, they're all saying, listen, yes, we know we're a problem. What can we do to sort it out? So we have their ears, and you're right. Ultimately, it's going to be out there. But I think if we can put on enough pressure, and then with Ireland going to be taking the presidency in the next lot of months, that's going to give us another step again, So it's step by step, but we just have to keep at it,
And where are we on quotas?
Well, quotas will be decided now in December, so we just don't know at the moment, But I really hope we get some kind of a wee lift, but you just never know.
What would you ideally be looking for?
Well, we're looking for mackerel quota and blue whiting quota. Now we're looking for black sole, and we're looking for everything. Tuna quota. Like, to me, it makes no sense that boats can come from Japan the whole way up here, and we can't fish, Like, last year, there was 18 boats came from Japan and fished tuna off in international waters, and we've no tuna quota at all. So
So, and Norway, where are we with Norway fishing in Irish waters?
Well, that's now, from what I've been told, it's still ongoing.
Right.
I think that's going to be kind of quiet now for the next month because Europe's going to be on holidays. So it'll probably kick off then again then around then September time again. So we'll get more information then what's going on.
And the same with Iceland, you'll get more information.
Yeah, we'll get more. From what I see, once the holidays come over there, they just take their holidays. There's no work going on or anything like that. So that'll all stop now for the next lot of weeks. And then once the holidays is over, it'll all re-engage again. That's what I'm been told. So.
Yeah, and as regards going forward, if Ireland could secure better quotas, that would have a massive...
We should be not secure better quotas. We should get our own quotas.
We should. Like, we need our whitefish fleet does decimated. We need to start. We need to get back to basics here. We need quota for whitefish. We need quota for inshore fishermen. We need the fair share of the plate. I mean, we lost 26% in Brexit. We give off 26%. I mean, nobody in their right mind, I don't know who signed off on it. How one country could lose so much and then the others only take 3 and 4%. That makes no doubt. And then all we heard at that time, this is burden sharing, it'll be sorted out. I never heard the word burden sharing since. I took it up in the committee myself when the minister was on. Like, all I heard in Killybegs, no, this is a good deal. There'll be burden sharing down the road and we'll get sorted. Well, the only time I heard burden sharing was on there when I asked it myself. So like we were sold a pup. We really were. So we have to try and get back to basics. We have to make fishing count. We have to make fishing count for a rural community.
With breadcrumbs. It's just breadcrumbs.
We're just living on fresh air here. Yeah. Like, we need to get our fishing communities back, onshore and offshore. The whole lot we have to try and build, but we can only do it step by step. And I think we are starting to come up the steps, but we just need to keep the pressure on so that the rural communities understand, and the EC understand. They have to support the rural communities in Ireland by giving us fish quota. It's not going to be easy because some man has to lose for us to get. But I think we've lost far too much. It's time for the fight back now.
It's time to fight back.
It's time to fight back, definitely.
Yeah. And you're Donegal.
Donegal.
So Donegal, what other issues are coming up in Donegal?
We have a lot of issues, with health, and the mic is a big problem up there, and health, and there's so many issues. But
where's the Micra at now? What's the next step?
Well, it's hard to know where the next step is. We're hoping that the legislation for the 10% will be passed through the Dáil before the recess, but that looks like it's not going to happen. So that's not good. That's really not good for the people in Donegal, Micah. But we have to try and keep the pressure on to see what we can do there. Micah needs to be sorted. It has to be sorted. It's decimating families. Like, you go into a house and the house is falling down around them. Like, I didn't believe it was as bad because I was in South Donegal till I got onto this job. I went up and visited some of the houses up there. That's horrific.
Up by Maville and Carndona and Buncrana.
That's horrific. They have children going to bed at night and blue mould on the wall and black and
and cracks in the wall.
To me, it's totally wrong. It should be sorted. I can't understand why it's not sorted, but we just have to keep fighting.
Who can sort it?
Well, I think at the end of the day, the government's going to have to sort it. It's going to, they have come so far along the road, they're just going to have to give it that extra push, and that's what we're pushing for here, and that's, we just have to keep the fight going. But to me, it's totally wrong when you look at a house in Donegal and Wayne's having to go to bed and you don't know whether they're safe in the morning. You just, like them big storms, it's not right. No. It's not right.
And not only that, is people they bought a house, they got mortgages, they invested money into the local community and into their homes.
Yeah, and their homes is crumbling around them. And they didn't set out to do this. The house, you might have bought a house 5-10 years ago, everything was all right, and next thing then it started to crack. I mean, I was at one house and you could put your hand through the gable and there's 3 children living in it. To me, it's totally wrong.
Yeah.
There are so many issues out there, but hopefully from being here we can keep highlighting them and pushing, and really that's what we can do. We just have to try and keep at it day and night, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
Letterkenny Hospital and health. What's happening up there?
Well, as you know, I was one of the first to call for a surgical hub. It was the first day I was on the Shannon, and I called for the surgical hub. Now there's a problem between the surgical hub in Letterkenny and Sligo. So basically where it is at the minute, chatting to the minister, she's looking at what Letterkenny needs. She's really invested in Letterkenny. She met with the doctors. The 171 doctors signed, so the doctors aren't wrong. So no, she's very much wants to see what Letterkenny needs. She really is engaged in Letterkenny. Now she needs a wee bit of time. She has to find out what kind of footprints there, what can be done there realistically. But she wants to get something that's going. She wants to leave a legacy that Letterkenny will be in good shape when she's finished her term. And I think she just needs that wee bit of time. She asked for a month, so I don't want to commentate on it too much, but we'll see after the month then. She'll come back with us to report what she can do. So,
well, if she can do what she did for the fisheries for you, she certainly could do for the Letterkenny Hospital, because Letterkenny is up by the border by Derry, about 30 miles from Derry, or kilometres, and really North Donegal, when you go all the way to Gweedore, North Donegal, Mallinhead, it's the closest hospital to Altmagelvin Hospital.
But like, it's really sad. Like, if you live up in Mallinhead and you have to travel to Galway for cancer care, that's a 4.5 hour journey. You know, and some of it's good road and some of it's bad road. Let's be honest about it. And you know, you go down there, you get your treatment, and you have to head home, and you're not feeling well. That's one of the things she was looking at to see could she do something in Letterkenny for the Letterkenny or the Donegal patients.
And it's a very big catchment area as well.
It's a very big catchment area. No, I think we just have to give her a wee bit of time. She is very interested and very invested in Letterkenny Hospital, I must say that. And, you know, I think if she gets a wee bit of time, she'll get to know what's available there, what can be done, and how we go about it in the right way. So, no, I would have good faith in the Minister for Health, definitely would.
Yeah, and Donegal are playing Sunday in the All-Ireland. Sorry, not this Sunday, in a few weeks' time. I suppose you'll be hoping for...
Oh, would be. You have no spare tickets.
Unfortunately, not.
Man did it for looking for tickets, you know. So, no, it's great for the county. It really is. And the county's on a high with it. You know, and it's credit to the Donegal team. Them young fellas out there, no man more than Michael Murphy and Jim McGuinness, giving the hard-earned time up every night training and doing it. It's a real credit to them. And the county and the best humour, and everybody's looking forward to it. And it gives the whole place a lift. It really does, you know. And everybody's on about tickets and tickets. But at the end of the day, like, they've done the county proud. Like, they've done Donegal proud. Like, when you think where they came from 2 years ago when Jim McGuinness came back in and what he has done, I mean, it's unreal, and it's something we should be so proud of in Donegal, and I am so proud of them. You know, like when you see them run out in Croke Park, you know, it's unreal, and hopefully Sam will be going to back to Donegal in 2 weeks' time. You know, I think he deserves a trip up there for a year.
I think so too. It's time to bring Sam Maguire back home to Donegal.
Sammy's come back home to Donegal.
Well, Senator Manus Boyle, thank you so much indeed for taking the time to speak to the Irish Political Roundup today, and we really appreciate all the updates and anything that and everything that you are doing for the fishermen. And it really does. It affects us women as well. We need fish for our health as well. So it's really important.
I know fishing is fishing part of the whole Ireland. You know, like it's not just Donegal or Castletown. You know, that's what I keep saying to people. Like, I mean, we really need our fishing industry back where it needs to be. But I think we can, because we have one thing, and we're united. And when you go forward on a united front, you will reap the rewards. It might take a bit of time, and I'm saying to people, just give us a bit of time. But when you have everybody pulling in the one direction, you have a good foundation, and that's what we need to build on.
Well, no better man, a fisherman, in standing up and speaking up and showing up for the fishermen of Ireland.
Right.
Thank you so much indeed from the Irish Political Roundup with Senator Manus Boyle.
Goodbye for now.
Thank you. Up Donegal.